How, without getting into the details too much, how do you cope with that when it comes to mental health? Because I'm sure in forensic pathology, it's got to be such a high stress job. So
Yeah.
how do you guys professionally, especially as the chair for Medical Examiners Association, how do you guys kind of get through that emotionally?
So, and I'll back up just a second to answer the question because I saw a question pop up that said, "What is forensic pathology?" So, just so everybody's on the same page, forensic pathology is the practice of medicine where we basically are performing autopsies to determine why people died. So, we're kind of medical detectives, if you want to think of it that way. My job is to try to sort out when someone passes away and it is unclear as to what they died of. My job is to figure out why. So that includes all types of deaths, both, cancer and infections and things like that, but also murders, homicides related to gunshot wounds, stab wounds, anything like that. So to answer your question specifically, how do you deal with those issues, because it can be pretty heavy sometimes. It's a heavy burden to talk to the families. They are very emotional about losing a loved one or what have you. And I think part of the answer is that certain people who do this job are just wired a particular way mentally, where we can separate ourselves and kind of package the emotion part away a little bit just so that we can focus on the science part of it. So, for instance, when I was in college and saw my very first autopsy, it was not emotional for me because I was so fascinated by, oh, wait, what is that? And my scientific brain kicked in and I just wanted to know, what is this? And how do you explain this? And how do I answer this question? And I think some people just have that ability to sort of dissociate the emotional part from the scientific and sort of detective work part. And I think the people who do that make really good forensic pathologists. So
Mm.
so I'm not saying that I don't have emotion, but at the same time, I think you package it away because you're trying to help someone else in their time of need, and so you focus on their needs first.